Right? Did anyone else think of that?
Yeah. Gone in 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling you. I got you. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? This is episode 43 of DeltaHalo, podcast all about competitive Halo in the HCS Pro League. I realize that I always forget to say my name, and I say your guys' name, so I'm Sergeant, and with me, as always, is MattyIce and Cat. What's going on this week, guys?
What's up, man? Not much. Got quite a bit of Halo in. May have dabbled in a little bit of World of Warcraft.
Dabbled.
Oh,
I haven't really. I've just dipped the toe.
Did you start a new character?
No, but I went and bought that computer just so I can play WoW.
Yeah.
I haven't started yet. No, I couldn't even
Oh,
log
you
in.
haven't started. Okay.
That's a little more than dabbling, by the way.
I spent an entire Sunday trying to get this computer to work, and it just won't do it. It crashes every time.
You just kept logging on and off the whole time. It was great. I was like, Cat, what are you
For
doing?
like, what, 14 hours? I tried so hard.
Speaking of which, did you start a guy on WoW named AIDSberry Pie?
Me?
Yeah, who was that?
No.
We redid our old guild, and there's a guy named AIDSberry Pie in there, and I'm pretty sure it was you.
That's not me. Why would I name a guy that?
I don't know.
I wouldn't even have thought of that.
It's a rogue, so it wasn't Dan Cow, because
You were the rogue.
he is a rogue.
Yeah, I don't. Not me. I can't even think of who it would have been.
Anyways, Matt, what'd you get into this week?
What was this week? This week, well, I started my new job, so kind of was busy with that kind of thing and stuff like that. But played a little bit of Halo. Got very frustrated playing a little bit of Halo. And I played some more. So.
Wow.
By frustrated means completely rage quit out of the party.
Yeah, with 1 kill left.
Yeah, you left.
That's classic. I wouldn't have expected any less.
I was aggravated.
I thought you've gotten past that point.
So did I.
I'll admit I've been playing a lot of Destiny too. Ton of Destiny.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Gearing up for the I don't even know what the DLC is.
Rise
Forge?
of Iron.
That's it.
I don't even play that game, and I know.
The Rise of Chode.
Pumped.
We played a ton of doubles last week, Kat. We got our ranks. I got my rank, and got...
Oh, I forgot I was on vacation last week. I played a lot of games. Just about everything.
What'd you end up finishing out in doubles?
Diamond 3.
Diamond 3. If it wasn't for like those last 4 matches, I'm pretty sure I would have been in Diamond. I think I'm like Platinum 4 or something like that. I don't remember. Platinum 4,
So I don't understand how it works. I do think it's going to take. I think it's taking your previous season stats and starting you out in a certain area in the next season. Just because, I mean, I had a worse record than you. First of all, you had better stats than me, and I still came up a higher rank than you.
Weak.
And then, yeah, I played a guy in Slayer the other day that didn't have very many games out. Win percentage of 50.4% with a KDA of 0.7. And like mine's 5 with a win percentage of like 58. And he's a champion. He had a champion ranking. Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm barely in Onyx. So I don't really understand how the seasons are, how you even get ranked. But I do believe it's probably pulling statistics from previous seasons.
It has to.
Because that would have made sense, because you would have started lower, but you did better.
Yeah.
But you still ended up higher than last season, but lower than me, because I
Yeah.
probably started higher.
Yeah, that's true, because last season I think I was gold something, actually. I think I was gold. And I even noticed throughout our 10 placement matches, we were playing people that ranged from gold to platinum to diamond. I don't think we ended up playing any Onyx people, but we did play diamond. We probably only lost 2 out of those 10 matches, too. We were on a roll.
Yeah, I feel like we could almost judge where you're going to be with the people that you're playing. So, like, we're secretly or invisibly going up ranks.
Yeah.
I think it puts you, the way I feel it works, I think it puts you in like a certain range, and you play people in that range for your placements, and then it either puts you at the high end of it or the low end of it. So I think it's like almost like selects you before, and then kind of puts it, like, gets a spectrum of what you're on, and I think it puts you to the high end or low end of it. So
yeah,
I don't think you go 10-0, you just get into Onyx. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it makes sense, just
Well, he
based
doesn't
on.
though. I mean, I went 7-10 and barely got diamond. Well, I guess that would have been 10-0 would have been Onyx, but Lokes went 8-10 and
No, I'm
got
saying
platinum.
that doesn't happen though. That's what I mean. Like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, like Onyx wasn't even on the spectrum of things. It wasn't even on the high end. The high end was Diamond 2 or something like that, and you ended up Diamond, whatever,
Yeah.
Platinum 6.
I get what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense.
Also, Cat tried to get me to play a game of doubles. Nice. I've now officially sworn it off again. So,
Why? I just don't understand. You're like,
I just don't like it.
what? Oh man, it was so much fun last week. We like seriously started playing really well together.
Yeah, me and Sargent crushed it. Sargent actually carried me a couple games, didn't ya?
Yeah, well, right at the beginning, I was hot. Like I had probably 2 or 3 games right at the beginning. I was playing really well, and then it started flipping the other way. And but yeah, I mean, I just think altogether we were just playing really good, just really good team game.
Yeah, I mean, our strategy was there. Me and MattyIce on the other hand, it's chaos.
You guys play exactly the same game.
Yep.
No, we didn't
Solo.
actually. We didn't. Oh, when we played, we actually weren't. Like Cat was very passive with his play and stuff like that, and I couldn't play off of it.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty passive.
Uh,
We tried.
it was not good.
But I mean, it just brought back so many old memories because we were playing. I don't even know how many matches we got on Haven, or what's it called now, Mercy. We got so many rounds on Mercy, and that map's really fun. Aside from all the power weapons, I have no idea why there's a saw and a hammer and a beam rifle.
There a hammer? Why is there a hammer on the map?
I don't know. And it's a saw with full ammo.
What can do?
I don't mind the saw as much because you do have I don't know. There's plenty of ways to get out of a saw coming at you.
I mean, yeah. It needs to be reduced ammo. It had full ammo.
But the hammer is just stupid. Then it's this cool map that you have all these sight lines. And you can play it, strategically and stuff. And then you got this ass wipe just running around, sprinting with a hammer coming up out of nowhere. Like it's so annoying. And
that was Cat for a few matches. Well, one match that sticks out in my mind. We were just hunting. I don't even know who we were playing. We were hunting the other team. Cat had the hammer out, just sprinting around the map. It was awesome.
I wouldn't stop. If I saw him, I'd sprint by him, just make a lap, come back again.
It was awesome.
But we played a lot of that map in Halo 4.
Oh, that was
we were
all
saying,
we played, yeah.
Was it last episode? It was all the map. It was every time in Halo 4.
That was it.
So.
Do you know what that map really made me want to play was Team Snipers? Have a ranked Team Snipers, because we used to always play that map in Team Snipers for Halo 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That and SWAT too. Played it a lot in SWAT. Just grabbing the battle rifle and DMR and stuff and walking straight around the edge. Just
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that
was the only strategy.
Yeah, I know. It was basically just keep walking around in the corner, and whoever sees whoever's heads first wins. Yeah. And there's a lot of trading in Halo 5.
But I watched a few streamers on I don't know, sometime last week, and they were playing a lot of Mercy, and it was really interesting to see all the different routes that they found that I didn't see the entire time we were playing. I was really surprised about just everything they were finding. It was pretty cool. It's cool to see and then go back and be like, oh, this is what they're doing, and you learn the map a little bit better watching somebody else play.
Yeah, I was still finding jumps towards the end after we played it 6 or 7 times. I mean, I'm just playing it like Halo 4. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Not thinking of other... I mean, because you can probably make that jump. Say you've got the sniper spawn and you're on one of the far sides. You can probably jump that corner, don't you think, and get the boost over there into the back.
Yeah. I don't know who it was, but I was watching... I think Envy was just doing a little 2-on-2, and Snipe Down made that jump. He clambered up on something... I think he was across the bridge, that jump from one of red or blue side. He clambered up on something on that right side and then made the jump all the way over to the sniper there. It was crazy.
That's cool, because now you can actually see when you're on the bottom of the side. You can actually look over to snipe. That was new.
Yep.
Didn't see that until a couple games later.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that map. I mean, not that they had to do much. They just had to put new skin on it and few adjustments, but I love playing it.
To get up top and make it more vertical.
Yeah, it's fun.
Helps a lot.
Some guy just gets in there and just expands the map a little bit and changes the colors.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Wouldn't that be awesome if that's all you had to do?
Yeah.
We'll pull here and pull there.
Can't be that
Who
hard.
knows? Can't be that hard. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. You can find us on iTunes or any of your favorite podcast apps. Go ahead and hit subscribe on that. Get our new episode every single week when it releases on Tuesday. And if you want, go ahead and give us a rating and review. We really appreciate all the feedback that we get. You can send it to us on Twitter at part_time_elite, or send us an email on Gmail at espawngaming@gmail.com. And right now we're live. Try to do it every single week when Cat's computer's working for us here. Pretty sure we won't have those issues once the new rig arrives, but you can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/part_time_elite. We go live every week about 6-7 o'clock Eastern time, and we stream our episode recording live, so you can get your questions in as we record it, take part in that experience. Yeah, I think I got the whole spiel again that week.
Got it. Drilled it.
Good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Roll here.
Mentioned yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it only takes a few times. I'll figure it out here.
50.
So, no, we're not at 50 yet. Almost.
Yeah, that's when you'll really get it.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, I'll get it at the year mark. Once we get that year mark. So we did a little bit of an easier challenge this past week, and I only saw one submission from Beans. He sent it over Xbox Live yesterday or the day before. So congrats to him getting that point. But he's coming up a point shy of getting the DeltaHalo t-shirt. And I got to say, we're going to end this season right now. We're running right up into HCS Pro League Season 2, which starts this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you tune into those on Twitch. But the guy that came out on top, drum roll, please. Osborn, congratulations. He's been killing it with those challenges, stickies, the no-scopes, everything. He's got 6 points. He's way out in front, so congrats to him. Send us a DM on Twitter or however you want to get a hold of us, and we'll figure out a way to get you a t-shirt. So congrats to you, but we're not done. We're not done yet. We want to randomly select somebody to win another t-shirt because we had so much great participation this past weekly challenge season that we want to reward somebody else for taking part. So, Kat, you've got this random selector already
Wait.
ready to go.
Do we want to do it now, or do we want to do it at the end of the show?
Oh, mix it up a little bit. I like that. We'll wait till the end of the show.
Oh, teaser.
Gotta
I'm
tease
that
it
guy.
out here. Gotta tease it out here. We're not gonna have a new challenge this week because Pro League's coming out. So we'll wait to debut a new challenge next week. But at the end of this show, we will pick out of those who submitted challenges throughout the entire season to get a shirt picked at random. So we'll tee that up once we get through all of the topics. So you're gonna have to stick around for that.
Yep.
So this week we got a lot of really good stuff in our triple double here, 3-topic segment. This week the topics are brought to you by HCS Drama. When you're looking for salt, look no further than the HCS.
Salty.
So I want to just hop right into this. There's been so much going on this past week with the pros, the pro leagues. It's just crazy. And Halo 5 in general. So topic 1, got to get you guys to weigh in here. It's something we talked about in the past with League of Legends and Riot. But we found out, last minute, 343 comes out with setting changes going up into Season 2 here for Team Arena. It's absolutely crazy that another developer did that to their pros that have been practicing and scrimming on a specific setting for how long, and now you come up a week before the season starts again, and here you go. Everyone's got to play with these new settings. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Manny? You're shaking your head over there.
Oh, it's just dumb. It's no other way to put it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really freshen things up. I mean, I guess it does a little bit, and I guess everyone's playing on the same playing field essentially, but it kind of, I don't know, it's hey, practice all this time and put all this work into it, and you really got to get good to, be one of the top teams. You got to put in the work and the practice and everything. And then, oh yeah, by the way, we're just going to change not everything, but we're going to change a lot of how everything that you've been doing plays by making all these changes to it. And like they said, I mean, when they did the preview, like the preview stuff and everything, like I thought it was going to be the playlist on the game and like maybe for the next season and after this one.
Sure.
I couldn't believe I didn't think that there was honestly a chance that they would just throw this into, 2 weeks before the split starts. Just doesn't. I don't get it. I don't understand. I guess the thinking behind it is to freshen things up, right? That's got to be it. I mean,
I guess. The thing is, though, they're not adding assault, which I don't know. I'm kind of reading through what a lot of comments have been from pros that they would have taken assault. They would have taken assault in Pro League, and they don't. It's still Slayer, Capture the Flag, and Strongholds.
So it doesn't seem like we get more variation in things, that they just tweak things so that they play differently, which is
right.
Not going to be noticeable for especially the average fan and for most people, I think, So like it's just like it doesn't really freshen things up. It's just you're frustrating the guys who play for you.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, I guess there's pros and cons to both way. I mean, changing it up for those guys right before they start it's definitely going to have them play different, and it sucks that you can't compare it to normal sports just because obviously if you practice soccer, they're not going to throw some obstacles in the field, you know what I mean? It's what you're practicing for. That's what you're good at. So they're getting so good at these maps that we might be able to see a lot more consistent play by teams by keeping the maps, and then them changing it up also is going to make it so it's even more chaotic for who we think is going to go do good and kind of have an idea on that, because they have to morph to the maps now, and it might morph to other teams' strengths. So it's a tough subject. I don't know. I'd like to hear what our listeners definitely think on a spot like that. Like, do you think changing it up is good to keep it fresh, keep them on their toes, not able to really nail down strategies before they get into the season? Or do you think we'd have more fun matches watching them practice and play the maps that they already know how they're going to be and have that much time behind them? Like, would they play better and faster, and would it be more exciting? I guess that's, in the end, whatever's more exciting for the viewers is their goal.
The one thing that I will say that thank God they made this decision coming out of the Team Arena preview is they did not include Riptide, they did not include Overgrowth, they did not include Molten. Thank the gods that they did not include any of those maps, and they just kept it back to, or Torque even for that matter. Sweet Jesus.
It might be the worst of them all.
That's horrible.
Torque is bad.
Oh,
Torque is bad.
So bad. So they kept Slayer at Regret, the Rig, Eden, Plaza, Truth, and Coliseum. Capture the Flag at Truth, Fathom, Stasis, and Coliseum, and Strongholds with Eden, Empire, the Rig, and Plaza. So they made some big changes, namely being a lot of power weapons on many of these maps. The ones that I found really interesting out of a few of the bigger maps here, the Rig and Regret. So on the Rig, they replaced the scatter shot with shotgun in the basement, and on Regret, they replaced the storm rifle with scatter shot at tunnel. Two changes which I think are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, shotgun for scatter shot, okay, I get it. Shotgun's gonna be a little bit more powerful.
So much better.
So much more powerful.
I think so.
I don't understand the addition of scattershot to Regret for the storm rifle. I mean, come on, that map does not need a scattershot.
No, not at all. I mean, I actually have been having a lot more fun playing the map because people are moving around a lot. I mean, I thought the storm rifles were a key fun component of that map too, which is a surprise. And they changed on Rig, I believe they changed the carbine to a battle rifle in the back.
Let's see. Yeah, I know they did make
I'm pretty sure because me and Matt played it last night, and that was awesome. I actually like that change.
So they put a battle rifle in place of the carbine. Yep, and they put a DMR in place for the battle rifle.
So I don't know. I personally like the needle there, but I don't know. Or not the needle.
I mean, it's a really weird map for Covenant weapons, I guess.
Well, sure.
It's very not Covenant Covenant map. Like,
Aside
well, I
from
guess I would say,
Showcaster.
gosh, I would say Truth, or not Truth, but Regret
Yeah,
is
Truth
a more
and Regret.
yeah, or more Covenant maps and shouldn't be getting shotguns.
Well, they didn't. They got the
Oh, they got
Scattershot,
Scattershot.
which
Okay,
is
so that's right.
Promethean.
So that's at least Promethean.
At least alien.
It's an
At
alien,
least
yeah,
it's-
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand those changes. I mean, that not adding
Just
assault,
timing.
It's the timing's funky. What I question out of all of this is 343 listens to the pros to really give them
pro team and everything,
valuable
right?
feedback. They have their own pro team, but it seems like they're resistant to listen to the feedback or taking it with a grain of salt. I understand this game is for a larger audience than just these pros, but ultimately we want the best settings for these playstyles, and who better to really understand what these playstyles are than the people that played this game better than anyone else.
And I think I guess my big issue with this, that's completely true. My biggest thing with the timing is just what's it really going to do as far as the overall feel of it to the viewer. And I would much rather just see bigger changes done way earlier, and then have the pros have time to practice it or make the changes. You know, like I'd rather see them add a couple maps to the rotation or add assault, or maybe even significantly change the way the weapons play on the maps and stuff like that. Like really, really significantly make changes. You know what I mean? I'd rather see them make bigger changes way earlier, or just not do it at all, I guess is my point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put changes in, make it big. Like, minor changes, I don't necessarily understand them. Changing weapon placements and things like that. You made a decision on those ahead, like last season, for a reason. This little refresh, yeah, it changes how the game plays, but the game was in a very good spot. If you're going to make changes, make big changes. I don't understand smaller ones necessarily. And really, I want the teams to be able to excel and play at the top of their ability. Like you were saying earlier, Kat, like give them the same settings for as long a time period as possible, so that they can really be at the top of their game. Like, if there doesn't have to be changes other than just additions of big game types, I don't know. Like, that's the way I feel about it. I would just like to see really the best players play at their best.
Yeah, and like I agree to an extent at that, but I'm not completely against shaking it up a bit because it does have its pros. And obviously there are other people out there that think the same thing. I mean, there is some pros to it. Not that I 100% agree with it. I believe I'd rather see them, like you're saying, you know, top of their game, be fully ready to go. But then to shake it up's not too bad. The thing I think affects it the most is like the viewer's relation to them playing. And so since we've been playing, I mean, I probably play more than most casual gamers, I would say, but people that play it casually will watch this, and then weapons will be all shooken up, and they won't have that relation because the weapons are different. But at least they do change them in the actual online setting, so you can have that relation. But to shake it up like that would shake up that a bit too, just because some people that don't play consistently would be like, oh, there's a battle rifle there, and it's just like a little distant.
Do you think they're going to notice, though? I mean, do you think they're actually going to be like...
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe the people that solely just watch it.
So I guess that's my issue with it. Like, with the make a big change, someone's going to notice if you're going to make a change, you know? Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it'll make them play so much differently or something like that we'll actually notice it. Maybe. I don't know.
It's a risk. I guess them taking little changes and them not noticing is better than them taking a big change, it sucking, and them noticing.
Sure. And I mean, it's just a matter of, I don't know. I also didn't feel like there was enough time in between. I would have liked them to do, and really what I think they should do going forward is take a look at the way the games played the previous season. Have someone whose job it is literally to watch all of the games from the previous season and figure out areas that teams camped in or always went to, or sections that they didn't make it for optimal viewing pleasure, essentially. And
honestly, I feel like they can do that right now. Just use heat maps. Understand where players are, where players are dying. Like they have that data right now. They can do that.
Heat maps back in Halo 2.
Yeah.
We could, or maybe it was Halo 3, but we could look at them.
Yeah.
So combine that, right? So combine that with someone who's literally analyzing the way teams play and stuff like that, and then make the changes based off that way. But do it, I don't know, more extensively, I guess, is the way I'm looking at it, instead of just throwing a couple minor changes in, hoping it's going to do something right before.
Yeah, full measures, not half measures. Sure. So the one thing that I heard that's interesting, and I didn't mention it earlier, but with Assault, what I was hearing is that the reason, or one of the reasons they didn't incorporate it into this season is that they didn't have the guy that says like Slayer or like, you know, the announcer dude. They didn't have recordings of him saying Assault and whatever else words that he needs to say. They didn't have the voice actor there, so they couldn't incorporate it, which is just seems like the most half-ass excuse where it's just like, come on, you can't bring him in or have him do it remotely like one day. I don't understand that. Get
it done. That's just showing incompetence. That's not
so much laziness.
I'd rather you say, yeah, we don't want it this round, we'll do it next time. Just don't even give us that information.
Just lie.
Ugh. Heavens.
Topic 2. This is the big one, I think. This is where, I mean, and this just came out yesterday. So much drama right now. So, if you guys haven't heard, Enigma 6 and Stellar have been having some issues right now. Stellar joined Enigma 6 this offseason and have since kind of fallen out. So I want to read, it's a little bit of a long piece here because if you guys don't check Twitter or you're not on the Team Beyond forums, you're going to miss out on what the story is. So I just want to read through what his post was. I cut a few pieces out just to kind of take away the repetition, and I just want to get down to the facts here. So I'm going to read through what he wrote just so you guys can hear it straight from the source here. So as Stellar wrote, after the end of Summer Pro League, me, Eco, and Suspector had agreed to be a team of 3 for the upcoming season. We ended up running with a few people, and I had every intention of sticking with Eco and Suspector. Then Hook joined Envy, and E6 needed one, so they asked Suspector, and he said that he wanted to team with me, so they just ended up offering both of us to team, as well as $3,000 a month salary. Suspector really wanted to do it, so I trusted him, and $3K a month for salary, so why would I turn it down? I would not have joined the team if I did not think we could do well. Once we agreed to join Kratos... God, this is really poorly written. Once we agreed to join, Kratos said, actually, the salary is $2.5K a month because the owner of E6 takes taxes out of it. Fast forward, and right before Chattanooga, me and Suspector get our contracts for $2.5K a month, and we went to Chattanooga. We get back, and we get a new contract for $1.5K a month. Me and Suspector said, we aren't signing that $1.5K contract. Not sure why the E6 owner changed his mind about our salary, going from $2.5K to $1.5K. During this time, I was pretty tilted and texted in our group chat that the reality is, if Aiden and I were initially offered $1.5K a month, we probably wouldn't be here. I agreed to stick with Eco and would not have left him if this were the case. So our whole team gets a call with the E6 owner a few days ago, and the owner said he believes that Jesse, who's Boo Boo Doo, and Carlos, who's Kratos, should be getting paid $2.5K while Aiden and I get $1.5K because they went through highs and lows together. I sympathize with Jesse and Carlos about all the highs and about all the lows last season. Hope you guys recover well. Nah, imagine. Aiden and I basically said that is bullshit. Every player should be getting the same salary. Also, at some point in this call, the E6 owner said how he could find out who all our family members are in a matter of 5 seconds. So that was pretty chill. So basically, I dropped because they don't want to team with someone if it's about the money, even though all Kratos does is brag about how rich the owner of E6 is. It is what it is, and now I have AIDS. Also, they will try to use a sub for Pro League matches and bench me. Too bad for them, they did not buy my contract from Liquid. So I will be playing. No emergencies over here, unless E6 pays someone $10K to break my fingers. Also, they will be scrimming with a variety of people, giving them the false hope of being picked up, and then on the 23rd, when I leave, they are planning on picking up Shooter, who was on E6 last season and left the team. So, sorry for that long quote. That was a very big post and very poorly written. But
that was great.
There's so much to take out of this. Matty, I know that you have a little bit of an axe to grind right now, so I'm going to give you the mic to take it, and I'll let you roll right now.
No, I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I'm probably going to swear a couple times because it's absolute bullshit. And, Sergeant can edit it out if he wants, but it's unbelievable that this is the type of crap that happens to something as big as this. Like, this is not, I don't know. It just seems ridiculous to me of something that is, has $1 million or $100,000 prizes for something like that this type of thing can happen. And it just shows how far esports in general, and especially Halo, really have to go before it's even remotely to the standards of where we talk about it as. Like, I mentioned to you guys, I feel like we hype this up all the time as, it could be big, could be going good places and stuff like that. But a lot of the reality is that there's a very, very long way to go before any of this is taken seriously at all. It's great that there's sponsor dollars in and stuff like that. It's great that some esports are making money, but even those have tremendous issues. And I guarantee this is not the first time that this has happened in another esport, another game, if you will. I just don't think it's absolute crap. It really shows exactly why we need some type of governing body over all this. Like, this type of thing cannot happen. It cannot be something that it won't be successful if this is the type of thing that happens. Like that message gets out there. That's not a good image for E6, for the owners of esports, for the HCS, for esports in general. I mean, it just really shows and I feel like it's another example of just a prime thing with either publishers, developers, team owners, exploiting the kids or men or women who are playing on their teams. A lot of them are kids, but
right.
Like, they're exploiting them in a lot of ways. They're really not making that much money. They're grinding constantly. They have no other lives outside of this. There's so many issues. Like, I almost feel like I want to start like a freaking esports player union to represent them in some way. It's just absurd. Like, threaten his family? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that's obnoxious, ridiculous, and I can guarantee you I will root for E6 to lose every freaking game, and I hope they're out of the league next year. Like, this is absolute crap. And Kratos, I always thought was kind of a douchebag, and he just seems like that much bigger of a douchebag now. So I don't know. I'm completely aggravated with the whole thing, and it's just issue on issue on top coming up from esports, and it's really maybe a wake-up call to me and to us and other people as well of, holy shit, this needs to have a lot of work done before it's taken seriously, like really taken seriously. So sorry, end rant.
No. Before we go further, let's just be clear that this was Stellar's side of the situation. So we don't want to make a ton of claims that this is fact, how everything happened, but this is what we have and this is what we're going off of because E6 came back, and the thing that I really take issue with is so much of this is occurring on Twitter. Like, why are you coming back and fighting on Twitter? Like, come on, take care of your business in private and do it the way you need to run your business, because it's absolutely insane. It's horrible damage control, and it's honestly embarrassing. Anyway, I just don't.
Can I on top of the Twitter thing too, with the whole thing with League of Legends and Riot and TSM? Like, why is that on Twitter? What the? You look like a bunch of kids playing games, and you want to be taken seriously. You want this big sponsor money. You look like a bunch of kids playing games. Like,
but so Sergeant, I didn't read that or anything before you read it. That's the first time I heard it, and just like the insight you do get into the payment structure and what we can hear of it. It's obviously, I mean, it's his side of the story, but you can definitely tell that there is a lack of rules going into paying these kids. I mean, $3,000 a month, you're at $36,000 a year. I mean, it's a good, nice summer job, not summer job, but a nice, first starting job, but they're professionals, man. I want to see this esports grow to bigger than traditional sports. They're getting paid millions. I mean, a good, $75,000 contract for the year for these. They're digital athletes. I mean, that's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting the smaller numbers. Maybe after they get their advertising and it can add up that way. But gosh, it's just unbelievable.
It's solo.
It's so much a part of the system as well. We talked about it with Riot. I mean, there needs to be rev sharing. There needs to be so much more money coming in before anyone can be getting appropriate salaries or anything.
Why is this owner from E6 so rich?
Well, sidebar, this seemed like, and the way Stellar made it seem, and I imagine that's hot. They're one of the better organizations in HCS. I bet you this is way higher than the bottom 3 or 4 teams get for their players.
Oh,
right?
yeah, gosh.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely. I mean, first thing that came to mind for me were CLG. I wonder what their salaries look like.
I mean,
Well,
they get
really high.
I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, it could be peanuts because they're making all their money off of their prize pools.
Right.
That's true. That's true. I mean, they're making money, but you gotta support the rest of your league.
Something to.
Well, the thing is, when the main, and I tweeted this out, when the main source of income is prize pools, there will always be issues in esports.
Right. Exactly.
I wish they would kind of give us something to go off from, like a pay structure, or how it works being an esports person and where you're at in the league, being managers to players to team owners. I just want to see a whole spreadsheet of how it all works. That's what I want to see. I want to see that insight into it.
The only way you're going to get that is if we have one governing body over the whole thing. That's the only way.
Or we join the league.
But something like, well, that too. But something like the NFL is like $250,000, $350,000 for the lowest paid. The minimum for a player in the NFL is I think like $250,000, something like that. It's pretty high, but you know that because there's a league. And then there's a players union, and they work together and stuff like that. Like that type of thing has to happen. And there's revenue sharing, like you said, and stuff like that. And sure, there's incentives if you win the Super Bowl. There's incentives if Tyrod Taylor maybe passes for 200 yards in the game, he might get a couple bucks here or there. I noticed I put 200 yards because that's not a lot because the Bills suck. But that aside, there's that type of thing. But it's not like, hey, you have to win the Super Bowl to make money. Like that's essentially what.
Right.
Is happening in esports with these giant prize pools. Hey, the only way you're really going to make money is if you're first, second, or third.
Yeah. So it's just this whole deal. Depending on how true this whole changing from 3K to 2.5K to 1.5K, whatever it may be, it's so incredibly bush league of an organization that has that type of power to treat a kid that way, regardless of who you are. You should not be taking advantage of people like that. They are a player that's trying to make a living, and you're really basically just taking their livelihood away. I mean, it just
they don't have agents, right? They don't have any agents.
Exactly, that's the thing. They're late teens, early 20s. They're young kids. They don't know any better. As much as we want to think that they have control and they know what they're doing. None of us did at that age. I mean, come on, they're playing a video game. That's what they know. They don't have an agent. They don't have a players association. They don't have anyone to give them guidance. Like, yeah, of course it's dumb for Stellar to go and act on what he said or she said and go start playing without a contract. Yes, that is incredibly dumb, and someone has to be accountable for that, which is Stellar. But at the same time, how is he supposed to know any better? He's playing games with his buddies. He's promised he's going to make $3,000, and he's like, cool, man, like $3,000 to play Halo. We have a pretty good team. We could win some tournaments too. Like, that's the thought process that goes into it. You're not having anyone with any legal background saying, man, you got to sign something before you get in there. You're going to be screwed, because they would have had foresight to see this situation come up.
Well, and it's like, it's just, even with that, like, I mean, there's no, like, this, what they do, this is what they're good at. This is their skill, is playing Halo. Like, what are really other options, I mean, like, they're almost like completely handcuffed by what they do because the owners aren't giving them the proper compensation for what they do, essentially. Mm-hmm. Like, they're almost like stuck in this, hey, you want to be a professional Halo player? Okay, here's what you have to do. Yeah, there's no other way for you to make more money, possibly. Like, that's it. And like we talked about,
some have side jobs, right? But it's not like they're able to dedicate time to a career or something that's going to
like 8 hours
carry
a day.
Them through life. Yeah, no.
I mean, with the CSM thing and stuff like that, when we went through it before, like, they were talking about how they can't make revenue on the side because Riot wants them to do this and that, and they don't want them doing anything else. Like, they can barely stream their own stuff, which is on Twitch, which is how some of them make their money. Like, there was a guy, he was one of the first League of Legends players. I'm a Cutie Pie is his name on Twitch.
You talking about yourself?
Yeah, right. He usually have 20. He does not look like me at all. He usually has around 20,000 people watching him at any given time on Twitch. So he was used to be one of the better League of Legends players, like maybe the best. And he just quit out of the blue. He's like, yeah, it's not worth it for me. I can make a ton more money on Twitch playing this game casually, not busting my ass, not being taken advantage of, and just going in and doing my thing.
Yeah.
I think he smokes a ton of weed and just plays League of Legends the entire time. I can't believe that anyone doesn't just go that route anymore. Like it makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
It's annoying and it's frustrating, and it really is going to be. I mean, there's so many issues that are holding esports back in general, and I think first and foremost, the one thing that we've landed on through this is that the players need to be protected in some way. They really do.
Yeah, that's a big thing, and I mean, right now at this point in this situation, so the funny thing is this whole we can find your families in 5 seconds deal is like going all over the place. And it's hilarious because you've got pros out there now trash talking E6 because it's like so embarrassing that something like that was allegedly said.
Sure.
But at the same time, you've got Commonly out there who's, yes, he's just trying to have a little bit of fun with the situation. He's got, I don't know if it's an organization team, it's called E6 Army on Twitter, or if it's like an organization Twitter handle or just like a fan handle, absolutely teeing off on him, trolling him hard. And he's like, dude, like, what is going on? I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun with the situation. These people are so hardcore about backing their fans or their organization as a fan. It's just it's escalating to a situation where I don't understand how 343 or ESL haven't stepped in and tried to put an end to something here, clear something up, be a mediator. You got to come in and say what's what. This is your league. This is publicity that you don't want surrounding your league right now. 2 days before Pro League kicks off for Season 2, where we think it's going to have a great season. There's so much excitement, a lot of really great talent, and great teams out there, and you're having all of this drama surrounding your league, and you are crickets. Come on.
They're going backwards rather than forwards, which is where we're hoping they'd be at Season 2. Really, they are.
Right.
I mean, what do you think, Kat? Me and Loke's been kind of going off, but...
No, I'm just stunned. 1.5K, making $14,000 a year.
As one of the top...
No, you're not even making that because you still got taxes to come out of that money.
Heck yeah, you do. And then obviously E6 owner has to take his taxes out too. Well, I don't even know what that means.
I mean, like, he's one of the top...
He doesn't pay taxes out of your paycheck. You pay it out of your own paycheck.
He's one of the top 40. He's one of the top 40 people in the world at doing what he does. And that's what he's getting paid. Think about that. Like, whenever you think about, like, how much you get paid and stuff like that, one of the top 40 people in the world, so we'll put him at the top, all video games combined, top 500. Like, that's still, like, ridiculously small percentage of the population to be getting paid what I was getting paid on my part-time job calling people. Like, like, that's 1.5 a month. That's, I've made more than that calling people. Like, yeah. It's just, it's
warm calls.
It's absurd. Like, that's, like, it's sad, actually. This is when it really comes down to, I was angry and now I'm kind of sad.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, and it's unacceptable of the negative PR over Twitch.
It's gonna be huge.
Like, it's ridiculous.
If anyone picks this up, if like we always talk about how we're pumped when ESPN runs an article about Halo, about esports, and they have their esports division now. If they pick this up, I mean, they're gonna run with it and just destroy Halo in general. Like,
let's get some investigative journalism. Get someone in there trying to figure out what actually happened. Yeah, it's gonna be he said, she said, but this is like a pretty big deal. These kids they're probably not minors at this point. They're probably old enough. They're probably over 18, but it's still you're taking advantage of these really young people. Like, it's not a good look.
Old enough to sign contracts that they don't know what they say.
Right, exactly, which is a shame.
It's like perfect time to get them. Get out there and get them.
And it's a bad trickle down system. It really is. It's a really bad trickle down system with the whole TSM versus Riot thing. That just shows how the owner's perspective is that hey, we're not actually making money off of this. Like, in general, like, they're not making money off it. And sure, we got big names coming into esports, but all of them are looking towards the future of how, looking to make money off of esports, not making money off it right now. And then with that, you get shady, because they're not making a ton of money, but there is money to be made. You get shady owners doing crap like this.
Yep.
Or allegedly doing crap like this. And it's a bad trickle-down system, and it needs to be...
These kids don't have parents that can help them. I mean, the generation gap is there. They're not going to be like, all right, yeah, I know exactly how to get you a contract on an esports video game team. Like but that's who they have to help them. They don't have the establishment there to help them.
Who could help them? I mean, could we help them any better? I mean, we don't have, we've been following this like crazy. It's just...
Actually, I could do it.
It's the Wild West, and there's no, they're going to be exploited for the foreseeable future until something happens and stuff gets...
I'll be the union
figured out.
Structured. Yeah.
Structure. We need structure.
All right. On to the next one.
You don't want to talk about this one anymore?
I mean, we go back into how they need to pay them, right? I think we've done that 3 times.
Oh, I was just reiterating.
And it's passion, though. I mean,
show me the money.
I want to see more for these kids. I want to see more.
Topic 3. Halo 5 on PC. Well, Halo 5 Forge on PC was just released with the Anvil's Legacy update, and people were going nuts. It's been super exciting to see all of these new people that haven't played Halo 5 before hopping in because, hey, it's on PC and I have a PC. I don't have an Xbox, so let me go download it for free, which is awesome. And let me get in there, and there's been some amazing mods that have came out so far, amazing maps, a ton of prefabs that have been getting built out, and also pro players scrimming in custom games on PC.
Really?
Yes.
I missed that one. That's sweet.
Really.
It's not sweet.
Why?
I completely disagree. This is the beginning of the end of Halo on console.
Oh, well, I didn't look into it like that. I just thought it was cool. I'm just about to try it on that new computer I got. That's why I'm so excited about it. But I mean, well, that's because it's a little bit smoother, right?
Better servers, no aimer lag. Yeah, I mean, people are really saying it just plays so much better.
That's so weird.
It's horrible. It's absolutely
that is horrible. That's bad.
I mean, it's
bad
great.
for console gaming.
What?
It's bad for console gaming.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, if you're on Facebook, there's been so many articles popping up about the dying console. We can almost get a huge thing about this.
Xbox is saying that.
Xbox is saying it. PlayStation is saying it. They're saying that because they want you to be able to keep your archive, your library of games for the rest of your life instead of having to, go back systems to play other games. So they are looking to be more like the PC oriented of where the games that you're playing now, you're going to be able to play in 20 years on the same idea of a console. It's still going to be console-ish, but it's going to be more geared towards like Steam machines. So Steam machines are basically computers set up to be like gaming consoles that play Steam.
Right.
So you're gonna see, they believe you're gonna see the industry kind of sway more towards that model, because you're gonna see that with the PlayStation 4 Pro or Scorpio on Xbox. You're still in the same generation. You're just getting upgraded machines. Scorpio, yeah, definitely. But I mean, gosh, to have them saying that about Halo now, it's scary. Like, I'm not ready to give up a straight up console.
I mean, this is a complete side track here from the real issue here, but I don't think they'll go away from they're going to continue to make Xboxes. It'll just be there's no more generations. There's no more console generations.
Sure.
But the thing that scares me about Halo 5 on PC is keyboard and mouse. If there's keyboard and mouse support to be able to play custom games, that is the end of competitive Halo on console, because no one in their right mind will play with a controller when you can go play keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I think so, because they're going to have that integration between PC and console gaming. Well, like the streaming, Xbox, whatever. Xbox
crossplay?
Yeah, like, I don't even know necessarily crossplay. But so kind of going back to not being consoles, it's going to be more like interfaces that you're joining. You're joining the Xbox interface. You're playing games on your console. You're playing it on your computer. You're playing the same games on each. I think they will definitely integrate, not allowing some games to play with each other.
Well, yeah.
Halo cannot play with a keyboard and mouse. You can't do it.
Yeah,
They would kill themselves. They'd shoot themselves in the foot.
No,
And
there's
also
people playing.
segmenting-
There's people playing with keyboard and mouse right now.
I know, but that's if you join each other on the app, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's only custom games right now.
So so most likely they're allowing you to play against each other, but I mean, if you're not having fun, you're just not going to play a person with a controller or a keyboard and mouse. Right now, they're probably all, at least you know what each other. Well, you're friends. You can play with whatever you want, but they're not going to integrate it so you're forced to play.
Who knows? Who knows?
They can't. They cannot.
Xbox controllers can wirelessly connect to any PC now because of the whatever the Xbox wireless driver is, whatever the hell it is on the controller. They can connect to any PC now, so you could play any game with an Xbox controller on any PC, or it could be keyboard and mouse. Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be up to the developer probably and how they segregate it out. And
they're
that
definitely
terrifies
blurring
me.
the line. Yeah, they're blurring it.
And there's got to be. I mean, there has to be some way. So it's scary. It's scary as far as, hey, this could actually be something like we're talking about, where you get keyboard playing mouse, Xbox playing computer, very different games as far as the feel of them playing each other, which is just not good for a competitive game like Halo. It's not, and it's scary. And I think when you look at what Halo 6 is going to be, and that's where I'm talking, like Halo 6, that's going to be crossplay. That's the way Microsoft is going. There's zero doubt in my mind that Halo 6 will be crossplay. I mean, and crossplay means you playing with each other and stuff like that. Like that's. I mean, maybe they'll have two different servers. Maybe they'll have a PC version and then a Halo thing where the PC people can go into it. But I mean, none like stuff like I don't know, or maybe they'll have where Big Team Battle or Warzone you can play both or something like that, where it's the less competitive ones you put them together and stuff. But it's going to be crossplay, and I think the scary thing is how integrated it will be. Now, hopefully, it'll be the developer saying, "Hey, you can only join Arena Slayer if you are playing." There's sure there's keyboard and mouse support, but we're just not going to let it be a thing during Arena. Like we're just not going to let you play on that. Like your keyboard and mouse won't work, right? Like you know
Unless
what I mean?
you can filter your matchmaking,
Right. But I mean, I don't even just make them play on a controller. Sure, if their PC's better and stuff like that, like that's fine, whatever. But make them play on a controller.
Yep, I'm down with that for sure.
That's at least doable. That's fine, whatever. Sure, they might be running better, and it's going to be frustrating and crap, and it's probably going to suck. But that's not the doom and gloom. My doom and gloom is just, hey, I'm playing some jerk who is actually good, unlike me playing with a shooter with a mouse. I stink with it. But,
I don't want it to see it go like that. See, I'm a fan of the cross-platform if it's going the opposite direction. Like, I want to play PC games on my Xbox. I don't want to play Xbox games on my PC. It's not the way I want to do it. Like, I want to be able to download World of Warcraft on my Xbox, hook up a keyboard and mouse, and just play World of Warcraft on my Xbox using Xbox Live party chat system and stuff like that. I don't want to be able to put Halo in my PC and play that with a keyboard and mouse.
Party chat's going to be on PC with the Xbox app.
it is on PC. Sean was in our party the other night.
Yeah.
That's true. That is awesome, actually. I forgot about that. So, but I want it to be, I just want to fire up World of Warcraft. Well, I guess I can through the port, but I just want to not have to buy a computer like this and just play WoW.
You already did, so you're good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have had to.
You're part of the
Awesome.
PC master race now, Kat.
PC master race. Actually, I have a 1070. If you had a 1080 gigabyte or 1080, sorry, GTX 1080, you're master PC.
You have
Elitist.
And I think the other issue is, what do we see then for the pro scene? Is this going to be is the pro scene always going to be on PC? Do we have a problem with that? I'm kind of like, that kind of sucks. But then I think about it, I'm like, do I care really? Is it the gameplay is better?
You're a pro. Why would you want to jump in there and change your
as long as
gameplay?
they are playing with controller on PC,
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. That's fine. If the servers are better, if there's no lag for the aimer, that's fine. Like, just play with the controller. That's all I want.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll do cross-play controller to controller. It doesn't matter. I just don't want keyboard and mouse compatibility or support unless it is in Forge.
You're not gonna compare against Counter-Strike for keyboard and mouse shooters. There's no way. You don't even put yourself in the category. You are a console game, that's
Right.
where you have your stride. That's where you have your fans.
And
Why
I
would
guess
you respect?
maybe I'm overly sensitive on this subject, and I don't know, me and Sergeant were first talking about it. We were like, this sucks. This is terrible because like there was one of the big streamers on Twitch was playing PC Halo and doing Forge stuff, and that's cool or whatever. But that's the most people we've seen on Halo. And I was like, why is this happening? And I clicked on it. And I was like, oh yeah, because it's on PC.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, boo,
What
like
was that? Lyric or Summer or
I think it's
Summit.
Summit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was back to being featured, and I was like, that's cool. Wait, no, it's not. But I was watching a few streams of people playing with I think it was keyboard and mouse. I don't know what it was, but I was watching people playing on PC, and it was the first time they played it, and I was just like, man, what are you doing? Like, for the first time people hopping into Halo, this is horrible. Like, you are not good.
I mean, I've always been a big keyboard and mouse shooter back in the Warsaw days. Any of you
Switch
listeners
shooter.
have ever heard of Warsaw? Yeah, it's awesome. But I mean, I always wanted to buy Halo 2 Vista. I have always wanted to. Now I get to try it for free.
I just have no desire. I don't know.
I mean, that's not what I wanted for, but I
games.
had fun messing around with Call of Duty on a computer just because, I don't know, it's a computer and I suck at it and I don't care. So it's more fun sometimes.
All right. Well, talking about the pros, guys, want to remind everybody, Pro League kicks off this Wednesday, and also matches on Thursday as well, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can get hooked up on twitch.tv/Halo. You can see all those matches go down. I recommend it. I'm pumped for it. I cannot wait for the season to start, especially with all this drama. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be nuts. So I can't wait for that. Cat.
I hope E6 loses every game.
Yeah, well, that would be nice.
Every single one, you bastards.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised because they just, I don't know. They haven't looked
the
great.
whole optic thing again, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, Kat, you're up. It's time to do the random drawing. We held off all the way to the end. We got to do that random drawing and pick the winner for the second DeltaHalo shirt.
All right, dun dun dun. Let me switch scenes here. I'm
get
getting
this
really good
hooked
at
up.
this. Scene switch. That scene switch did nothing for me. I think I have to bring up the page.
Here
Hold
we
on,
go.
give me 2 seconds.
Here we
There
go.
it is. The random thing picker.
Couldn't do
I've
it
got
out of a
everybody's
hat.
names.
Couldn't do it out of a
Trademarked
hat.
random thing picker.
Thanks to For Real Mystery for giving us this idea. Shout out. And here we go. Sarge, you want to give me a countdown from
5,
3?
4, 3, 2, 1.
We got Aerohead is the
Arrow.
winner.
Congratulations, Arrowhead.
Congratulations.
You
Arrowhead.
are the lucky winner of a brand new DeltaHalo t-shirt. Send us a message on Xbox Live or DM on Twitter, or send us an email, espawngaming@gmail.com, however you want to do it, and we'll figure out a way to get you that shirt.
Made out
Also,
of 100% fresh hemp. No, it's not true, though.
Don't go making
I
these
did-
promises.
You
I
can-
did want to say too that if you'd prefer to have drawings done in the more old school fashion, like some of the people on this podcast, myself and Mr. Sargent over there, would have liked to do it out of a hat.
I would.
But
How do they how do they
Luke
know it's
Franco-
true? What if you put 6 blanks or 6 same name in there? Because you have a
Put
favorite.
one person in yours, they don't know.
Well, I can't trust you. I'm not near you.
I could show you.
I don't trust you.
Hey, look at that. I just randomly picked Arrowhead anyway.
Oh,
Did
it's
you really?
rigged. Now everyone's gonna think it's rigged.
Did you? Did you? For real?
Yeah, I just picked that one out.
You gotta
They
pull
were
it
all
on.
folded.
Everyone doesn't know it's rigged. I don't know. I think we're better off doing it that way. Let me know what you guys think.
Whatever. I got to switch scenes on that. It was
We
badass.
we need more than 2 votes to go against Cat here. He's got all the power, so.
Try that. I get to run the Twitch part of it, so. Whatever. Give us a vote. Maybe we'll throw it up there. Maybe we'll throw it up as a real vote. And we won't even say what the vote is unless you heard this podcast. We'll just put it on there for vote for Cat or MattyIce. Not even why you're voting.
Lokes was on my team too originally, and then you
Yeah.
talked him into it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I even went and
we
got the
switched
hat.
sides
I
real
got some
fast.
paper. I did like all this back
Did
work
all
and
the
everything.
leg work.
Pulled a lethal on you, Matt. Bailed on you last second and joined my team.
All right, guys. Any last words here? We finished up this episode in record time here. No,
it's because I talked
really,
a million miles a second when I was ranting. That's why.
Yeah, you talk fast?
No. I have a bunch of friends from Georgia, and they have a tough time understanding me because I tend to talk fast and actually enunciate my words too, which is a big thing. But you bring your boots with you, did you?
Which you did you?
Which did you? Gonna go down to get some Chick-fil-A. You want to?
Yeah, I want some Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm.
Dude, Chick-fil-A's the best.
I hear there's what's that kind of rice stuff, but it's not rice. It's like rice, but little balls.
Chode.
What's it called, folks? You're that healthy person.
Little rice things like balls?
But they're like balls. They're like tiny balls, and they almost look like rice. Starts with a C, maybe?
Chickpeas?
No. But anyways, they're...
Risotto?
No. Let's forget I ever said
Risotto.
They're putting healthier stuff on the menu.
At Chick-fil-A?
Yep, I heard it. And the joke was, some guy walked in there and was like, let's stop making a lot of money. This was on the radio. I heard this.
They already tried that when they decided to openly protest gay marriage. So that already hurt them a little bit. But
and I already forgot about it.
Still making those chicken sandwiches.
The best ever.
That's some good chicken.
Eating that chicken.
Eating that chicken.
Oh, God. I love that video of that guy. It doesn't say eating.
All right, we're rambling, guys.
Well,
this is what we do. This is what we do, Cat. You can go to your computer in about 2 seconds after we're done having some fun. You'll be just fine.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 43.
I don't even get to say anything.
We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it right now because it's just gone on too long.
Oh man, Cat's got places to be.
Places to be, people.
I didn't even get my final thoughts.
No.
This is your fault. I'm playing World of Warcraft because of you.
All right, you can catch us next week, Monday night, not Tuesday. And yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks.